Welcome to Gold is Where You Find It, and it's time for another hour of raw and unedited gold prospecting footage. And today I'm at Yahula Creek Park in Dahlonega, Georgia, just like I was in the last couple episodes. And I'm still working the same area, getting as much gold as we can. I've been testing around, and we're doing pretty well. We're actually getting quite a bit of mercury as well. So we're going to be doing the watershed a favor and removing mercury and getting gold at the same time. And then we're going to have to remove the mercury and recover it later using a retort so that we don't put it right back into the watershed. So we're going to prospect around and see what we can get, and let me show you what I've been doing. So I started doing what we call trench prospecting. And so what that is I started there, tested, started there, it got better, went there, it was just as good. Then went there, it was a little worse. So went back to here, went a little bit deeper, it was okay. Went a little bit deeper, it got worse. And so then I started trenching this way. And it really wasn't as good here as it was there. So that was quite interesting. So then I came over to here and got some really good pans. So it's almost like the pay streak is going at an angle right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue that, and we're going to try to connect the dots, and we're going to see if my hypothesis is correct, that the gold is kind of going at an angle here. You can see along this bank here, lots of gravel. But we're going to continue right there and take a pan with our 17-inch Proline pan. We're using the big pan today. That thing's pretty heavy, and you get some pretty good exercise running that pan. But let's go ahead and wide angle lens a little bit, and let's do some pans, try to connect those dots and see if the pay streak continues in the direction that I am hypothesizing. So we got our 1/4-inch classifier here. I love these classifiers. These are really good classifiers. So let's get started. All right. So right here was good. So let's connect that dot. We're getting, that wasn't a very good scoop. We're getting about 6 shovelfuls per pan, 6 to 7. Depending on how big shovelfuls are. And I have pretty big shovelfuls compared to the average person. Putting a lot of material on the shovel. There's a big rock down there. It's giving me a hard time. I got past it. Got a hole here, perfect for classifying, where I started digging before. So we're going to use it. All right. Okay. And let's get more. I think this branch can probably take itself downstream. Rock. Kind of in our way here. You got to go, buddy. Oh, that's kind of heavy. You got to go. That's already full. So that was only 4 scoops, but that's because the material was a little bit more, I don't know, sloppy. Less big rocks, more slop. So we're gonna sit here and pan it out. Pan number 1 for the hour, and I reveal the results of every pan. That way you can see if my hypothesis is ending up to be correct or not. Well, if you like the logo on this hat, if you go to goldiswhereyoufind.com, I got other stuff with this same logo on it. Some people don't like the flat bill, but I got curved bill hats there too. So if you go check that out, I'd appreciate it. In addition to smashing the like button right now. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep panning it down. Once I get close to the end, I'll grab my Garrett finishing pan so we can reveal the results. We got one little picker in the last hour, so if you want to go check that out, I think it was our very last pan of the hour if I remember correctly. Not huge, but it was big enough to pick up. It's a borderline picker, but regardless, I could pick it up. If you can't pick it up with 2 fingers, then we call that a sticker. They'll stick to your finger, but I picked it up with 2 fingers. Twice. So I'm okay with calling it a picker. Bigger pieces of gold are kind of rare in Georgia. At Yahuwah Creek Park too. It's a lot easier to find tiny flower gold than it is to find pickers. That's for sure. For sure. Alright. Man, these tailings are really starting to add up. Okay. All right. Pan number 1 of hour number 3. Let's hope that I'm right and we're connecting the dots. Oh, yeah, I'm right, all right. I'm right, all right. Connecting the dots. Woo! Well, that's a pretty good way to start out the hour. Goodness gracious, that's one pan. That's a pretty darn good pan if you ask me. Wow. Okay, so theory confirmed. Connect the dots. Connect the dots. So that's what we're going to do. I'll flip this around. Oh, come on, tripod. Flip it around. Connect those dots right there, from there to there, at an angle. That seems to be the plan. That seems to be the plan. So we're going to hang on to all that black sand, put it in our concentrate bucket, and fill up another pan from right there, that's for sure. Wow. Okay, so that was the best pan of the day. Hands down, the best pan of the day. So 2 pans deep seems to be where it's at. So we're going to do another pan from the exact same spot. A little bit deeper. There we go. Classified down to a 1/4 inch. Go. I got some big rocks in there. That's a nice piece of a quartz vein with the bedrock still attached to it. There we go. See, we might not be able to fit 6 shovels from over here. 4 shovels might be the limit on this type of material. Well, I don't know if we get the big rocks out. We'll see. Okay. Woo! So I'm gonna start wearing down, but we got a ways to go because I'm gonna do 1 more hour after this, and then I'm gonna live stream for an hour or 2. let's hope this pan's as good as the last one.
The last one was quite impressive.
Quite impressive. Oh, man. See, this Proline pan has kind of some sharp edges. So after a while, it'll get at your fingers. I really like my Garrett pan. I wish Garrett made a 17-inch pan. I'd be all over it. Instead of calling it the Super Sluice, they could call it the Mega Sluice. You're gonna see sweat start to pour down my face. Because we are working hard today. All right, let's see here. Is connecting the dots going to continue to pay off? I'm thinking so. I just saw yellow. Oh. It is a pretty good pan, but it's not as good as I would try to go deeper. But it might not look as good because of the mercury. Let's see here. Okay, so right there is mercury amalgam. We still got a lot of colors in there, but that mercury makes it look deceiving. But I'm not mad at that. It's not as good as the last one though, but we're still going to connect the dots. All right, I'm just not going to go deeper. It's that top flood layer. It's the top flood layer for sure. That's where it's coming from. I think that Hurricane Helene brought in a lot more mercury as well. Unfortunately, Hurricane Helene, well, actually, you know, call it unfortunate if you want, but whew, now I can pull it out of the stream, out of the watershed. So, get that classified. Okay. Clean rocks. Yeah, when you're talking about flood gold, digging deep is not always the play. In the middle, looking for bigger gold, yeah, you want to go deep. Somebody was dredging, go deep. Flood gold, usually pretty close to the surface. Get a little bit more in there. Starting to slow down a little bit. That's going to be a full pan, no doubt. A little too full, probably. Those are clean rocks. I'll tell you what, that's definitely a workout. Whew. All right. Gotta clean out these tailings. They're really starting to add up. Can you tell I'm getting tired? So one of my favorite prospectors, Jeff Williams, in his videos he says, who needs a gym? Just be a gold miner. He's not wrong. It's a hobby, but it's a hobby that burns some calories. I think we got a good chance at getting a half a gram today in total. If you count our 4 hours plus our live stream that we're going to do a little bit later. Probably be about 6 hours of actual digging, maybe closer to 7. Who knows, maybe 8. We'll find out. Depends on if I run out of water or not. Okay, finishing pan, coming right up. All right. I get a lot of questions about what's the best way to season a pan. Well, if you're just doing pay dirt, you probably want to season it by scuffing it up with maybe some 60 grit sandpaper. But your pan doesn't get like this from 60 grit sandpaper. Your pan gets scuffed up like this from use. So don't worry too much about seasoning it. Just use it and it'll season itself. But if you want to season it, 60 grit sandpaper works great. Or just a bunch of rocks in the bottom and just scrape them around. All right. "30 minutes in, we're halfway through. Connecting the dots seems to be working, but let's see if it's continuing to work or not. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say the answer to that is yes. Let me show you. As the spider's crawling on my screen. So that's a pretty good pan. As you can see, some gold is continuing to walk its way up as I do that. And I will take that as a pan all day long. All day long. So we're on the right track. So let's keep doing that. We've almost connected those dots. And the pay streak is going at an angle, okay? It's not completely parallel to the bank. And we did that by trenching here, finding the best pan, and then over here, the best pan was right up against the bank, and so whoosh, it's going at about that angle right there. So we're gonna continue that. Going deeper doesn't help in this particular area. And I demonstrated that over there as well. Got some clean rocks. We're washing rocks, ladies and gentlemen. More. That's a full pan for sure. You got a little bit of material in there. Ooh. No pain in my side there. Whew. Gotta be careful when you're lifting all this heavy weight over and over. These pans are pretty heavy. I mean, I put this thing right here at 30 pounds. 30 pounds all day. It's kind of a greeting that gold prospectors use for each other. They'll say, heavy pans. Well, this is one of those. This is heavy. When you're doing a lot of panning and digging, posture matters. I need to get better about that. Because I pulled the rib. That's what happened. I pulled the rib out of place. Yeah, we're burning calories a day, putting our endurance to the test. Getting down there, ready to do the reveal. All right. Haven't found any pieces of lead in several pans. Got at least 3 pieces of lead today, though. Okay. It's okay, but it's not one of the better ones. Okay. Not one of our better pans, but we still definitely got gold in there. You know, a lot of pieces of gold, but it's not as good. So that's the whole point. So maybe we'll try coming out from the bank a little bit further from the bank, right about there. Okay. water. Excuse me a second. Needed that. Alright, man, there's a ton of fish out today. Ton of fish. Decent sized little boogers too. So, let's see. Yeah, right where that rock is. Two more scoops of Raisin Bran coming up. Heavy pan. Oh, and there's my out of place rib. Ah, dang. I don't enjoy having a rib out of place. Ugh. Whew. It doesn't feel great. can tell I'm wearing down. We got a ways to go. Got at least 3 more hours left. Oh, where's the baby pan? Where'd it go? There it is. Oh man, yeah, I really did pull a rib out of place. That bottom rib, right where it connects to the back. That's not gonna stop me. Not gonna stop me, we're a soldier. Not a real soldier, but you know what I mean. We're gonna soldier through it. I'm thinking this one's gonna be better than the last one. That's my guess. If it's not, I'm gonna have to rethink which direction I'm gonna head. Alright. Okay. Whew. 48 minutes in. Hey, we got more lead. Oh, we got 2 pieces of lead shot in that pan. Nice. Man, that's a nice pan. Let's see. Where we at here? I mean, it's okay. It's okay. We've had better pans out here though. All right, zoom back out to 0.6, wide angle. And I think we've got time for one more before our cleanup. Let's try right up along the bank. We're just gonna try right there. We're just gonna try it, just to see. That's how I pulled it. That's how I pulled my rib. Still not full. Let's get more. I don't think we need to be digging rocks that big. Woo! I think a day digging like this is going to deserve some Whataburger after I get done. Okay, let's pan this out so we can do our clean out. To end the hour-long video of unedited gold prospecting. So you can see how much gold you can get in a super rich area and how much work it takes to get it. This is definitely one of the richest areas in Georgia, for sure. Yahula Creek Park has a lot of gold mining history right through here. There's been so many mines. As a matter of fact, Consolidated Gold Mine, it's an underground mine you can take a tour of. It's upstream quite a ways, but they're probably responsible for a lot of this mercury I'm finding. You'll see how much mercury I got today in just a minute. Yeah, before the end of the day, I'm definitely going to do a pan of these tailings just to see. Okay. This is kind of relaxing. Resting here with my elbow on my knee. Actually catch my breath for a minute. Really only found one chunky piece. Garnet right there.
Still see the facets on that one. I'll put that in the pocket for careless. Okay. All right, let's check the last pan and then do a cleanup.
Where are we at? 58 minutes. Look at that timing. Decent. Decent, but not spectacular. I mean, when you get a smile line in the pan, in one pan, it's hard to complain. Hard to complain. Let's do a cleanup. So first we'll take a look at what we got in this last hour, and then we'll combine that with everything else and see what we got in total so far today. Tons of black sand to pan through here.
That's some heavy stuff right there. Alright. Some of these tailings out of the way here. Heavy stuff. Titanium and iron. Lead and gold. You know, this is not a full cleanup. Man, I love that piece of titanium in there. That's so cool. All right.
Okay, here we go. 1 hour cleanup. Got a lot of lead adding up in there, that's for sure. Oh, check that out. Zoom back out. That's a pretty good hour, actually. Okay, check that out. That's a pretty good hour of gold prospecting right there. I'll take that. Okay, so let me snuffer that up. Get the snuffer bottle, and then we'll add that to the total. Add that to the day's total. Let's see. I ought to be able to see here. Okay, let's do one more pass. Get everything out of hour number one, out of this hour, I mean, before we do the snuffer dump for so far today. It's a good thing I did, because quite a bit more gold came up there. That's why this is not like a full cleanup. This is just, you can get 90% of the gold out just by doing this method. Much more quickly than panning out a teaspoon at a time, which, you know, some people enjoy doing. Me, I'm trying to get through it. Man, oh. All right. Let me show you what that looks like before I shake it down into one spot. That's 3 hours of digging. It's all over the place there. Zoom back out. So already you can tell it's a pretty good little pile. I mean, I think we're over a quarter gram for sure in 3 hours. That's not bad. A hobby that pays you, what, $22 in 3 hours for a hobby? I mean, it's not paying me technically because I'm not making money off of it. I spend more than I make, for sure. For sure, but let's zoom in. So I want you guys to see what mercury amalgam looks like. There you go. See how silvery that is? It's definitely gold, but it's got a lot of mercury in it. A lot of mercury in it. But hey, I think we're doing just fine, y'all. Just fine. All right. Woo! So that's going to do it for another hour of raw and unedited gold prospecting. I hope you enjoyed it. I did, and I obviously got a pretty good workout as well. So that's a good thing. I appreciate you guys being here. If you could please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And then after you subscribe, go ahead and hit the bell notification icon and select all. That way you won't miss when I put out another one of these tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And so hopefully you'll come back and watch those as well. And you can consider joining to be a member for members only content and members only giveaways. And also check out my merch store, goldiswhereyoufind it.com. I got various items with that logo on it. I got flat bill hats and curved bill hats and shirts and sweatshirts and stocking caps and different kinds of stuff. So please check that out. Everything you buy supports the channel. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you really soon.